Welcome back to Tarot by the Bay. I'm David. Okay, this is a reading on Judge Scott McAfee. He is the judge in the Fani Willis Georgia Rico case. He is making a decision whether or not to disqualify Fani Willis from prosecuting this case. Marina and I did cover that during our Taco Tuesday. Link you can find in my live section on my page. But I want to look again at the energy around Scott McAfee and his decision. He's expecting to do it by this week. And a quote from him, which is interesting, it says, what I think about is I've got 2 kids, 5 and 3. They're too young to have any idea of what's going on or what I do. But what I'm looking forward to one day is maybe they grow up a little bit and ask me about this case, and I'm looking forward to looking them in the eye and tell them I played it straight and did it the best I could. Okay? So he's trying to play it straight and do the best he could. As he tries to disqualify or decide if he's going to disqualify a prosecutor for dating somebody that was a special investigator on the case. It's amazing how everybody else has to have a high standard of ethics, but Trump's team doesn't. But that's me being judgy. What's the energy around Scott McAfee's decision, his assessment of Fani Willis? Ace of Cups. Strong emotions and passions involved with all of this. Not just in the court cases, but with the defendants and the general public. He's trying to take down the temperature, basically. Cross with the 5 of Swords. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You have to focus on what's on the law, and did she break the law? And does her breaking the law mean that she had? If she hasn't broken the law, she shouldn't be kicked off the case. So, do you now let emotions control you to decide if she stays or is gone off this case? And honestly, it doesn't matter what you do. If Fani Willis stays on this case, the MAGA folks are just going to say that the fix is in against Donald Trump. That's just what they're going to say. They're not going to believe anything. If you kick her off, the Democrats, the non-MAGA people that are more Democratic leaning, are going to say the fix is in because you're a Republican on the Federal Society. So of course you were going to kick Fani Willis off. There's no winning for this guy. But he's going to try and come forward with a message of value regardless of that. Regardless of what he does, half the people aren't going to be happy with his decision. In the past, we have the death card, bring things to a close. So the testimonies come in. It's been brought to closure. The star witness for the defense basically recanted, or more to the point, said that he couldn't remember, or he speculated on dates. I don't know if the judge found him to be credible or not with regards to either end of his testimony. It sure looks sketchy that he's sending text messages to the defense attorneys that he has all this dirt, and then when he's under oath, he says he doesn't remember anything. First off, he tries hiding behind attorney-client privilege. Both sides were claiming that. And then after the judge talked with him, he said he didn't remember any dates. It just looks sketchy. Current situation, heartbreak and betrayal. Now, I will say that my understanding is that this judge worked in Fani Willis's office for 6 months or something like that. And he contributed $150 to her election campaign. This is why the right thinks that the fix is in against Donald Trump, because this is clearly a corrupt judge who's overly biased towards Fani Willis. And no amount of logic, like you really think a judge is going to risk, a young judge like this is really going to risk his position on an ethical debate for a $150 campaign donation. You really think that's going to happen? But this heartbreak and betrayal could also be that he expects better out of Fani Willis. that she should have known better, and he doesn't want to have to rule on this. Overarching energy is the Four of Swords, the retreat, calming things down, meditation, contemplation, kind of where he is right now with it. The way these cards are coming out, I'm not excited for Fani Willis staying on this case. The lesson to be learned is the Three of Wands. What's coming next? If he can get through this, there's more challenges that are coming. Basically, the case can start beginning, and he can expect the evidence to start coming in on this one. Outcome is going to be the Judgment card. He's going to make a judgment, and he will be judged by his judgment. What he's trying to do right now is just pick a value judgment on it. I don't have a great vibe off of this, of Fani Willis staying on this case. I really don't. But let's ask. Let's see. Sure. Yep, bottom card's no longer the bottom card. When Judge McAfee makes his decision, will a new district attorney be leading the case? When he makes his decision, will Fani Willis be removed from the case, and a new district attorney will represent the state in this case? Nah. Will Fani Willis be removed from this case? All right, let's see what we got. Never pulled it up. You got to see the whole shuffle. Yeah, bringing things to an end. Yeah, I think he's removing her. Queen of Pentacles, it's sad because this is her baby. This is a case that she really valued and coveted. This card, I think, came up the last time. Making plans for moving forward. Now, this could just be he makes a decision and puts this decision to bed. But as a signifier card, things coming to a close. That would seem to indicate Fani Willis would be removed from this case. In the past, you have the Six of Coins. This could be his contribution to her campaign. This could be the fact that they worked together. So that fact, this appears to factor in his decision. He's trying to be charitable with his ruling. Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords, it's truth, it's righteousness, it's a path forward. Now, when Fani Willis testified, this would be like absolutely her card. So, I'm asking if she's going to be removed, and I'm thinking of it from the position of Judge McAfee, but this could be Fani Willis as well. This could be, the end of this chapter here. She still has her case. In the past, she's worked with this guy, and she's got her Ace of Swords. So it really depends on, this reading depends on who perspective it is. Huge burden. Heavy, this is going to be a difficult case, regardless. If it's Judge McAfee, it's a difficult decision that he's making. And it's going to cause all sorts of mayhem for both of them. If she stays on the case, she's got a lot of work ahead, and there's a lot of energy. A lot of work still need to be done with the Drunken Hillbilly Brawl card here. The argy-bargy, the arguing. Regardless of what decision that's going to be made, 50% of the people are not going to be happy. That's just what that's telling me. Results. The Chariot. Moving on. Moving on slowly, but moving on nonetheless. Okay. It's a really tough call here. If this was done from her perspective, I really don't think she should be removed, but I can't shake the feeling that she will be. It's still really close. I just need yes or no cards, really. Yeah. Whatever decision he makes, he's really comfortable with. I think he feels like he's made the right decision. We had that page of coins in there where he was telling his kids, the messaging about the values, so that when he looks at his kids, he could say that he played it straight. Again, legally, there's nothing she's done wrong to warrant being removed from the case. She hasn't broken any laws. Ethically, I'm not sure. Originally, I was going to say, yeah, there's ethical standards that you have, but I don't see what she would have done that would create any bias with this case. There's just, and in the end of the day, who cares who she slept with? Because it's really a distraction. Maybe I'm going to throw a challenge. I'm going to throw his decision, and I'm going to throw Judge McAfee on this side, the left side, and Fani Willis on the right side. Will he remove her? Yes or no? The Hierophant. That's not a yes or no card. And now for Judge McAfee. He's investigated. He's looked at all the details. Feeling restricted, or that maybe she's done things that have restricted his decision. There's a celebration here. And justice. He feels like he might feel like his hands are tied. He's bound in some ways. Once he makes his decision, he's bound by his decision. But there's celebration here. And it's a just, again, I really do think with his Ace of Swords with the Ace of Swords, I think he makes a very defensible position. How does Fani Willis feel with this? Wheel of Fortune. Fortunes keep going. Things going on. That's rather positive. This is the Four of Wands. I'm not seeing a negative card here. Well, there's a negative card. Death card. Things coming to an end. Temperance. Two of Wands underneath. Same thing. It's a decision being made by the judge for the DA. He's looked into it. He's comfortable with his decision. Again, people are going to celebrate it, but it's a 50-50 shot. I think he's feeling restricted, has to do justice. This to me this is mostly positive, but with this card here and this card, I almost think he's going to err on the side of being conservative, and he's a conservative judge. For Fani Willis, it's like, I think what this is the case goes on. Her part of this case comes to an end, and she has to welcome somebody else, and there's a detoxification, a transition. I think he's going to kick her off. I don't want to believe that. It is so close. And I keep thinking, I should read this if this is an ethical breach, and will he, have her censured or, investigated by the bar or something along those lines. But I just think that, like all these judges, they give Trump just the freaking benefit of every freaking doubt. maybe in the end of the day, it doesn't matter. The end of the day, Donald Trump's head explodes in April during the eclipse, and we don't have to worry about this. All this anxiety and stress and drama and emotions that we've been going through don't matter because his brain's turned to tapioca. It's a whose line is it? Whose line is it anyways reference? Tapioca! I'll try not to get too hung up on it. I'm hung up because I'm trying to come up with an answer. And I'm going to go with, I think he's going to remove her. After her testimony, I said, no chance. This woman crushed it. But I think with the defense witness didn't have anything against her. I don't see how he can remove her. I really don't. That's David's logical mind coming through. And with those cards, I can look at it as like when the death card comes in or the Ten of Swords comes in, it's putting this to rest. Putting the Ten of Swords, putting this to an end. Death card, putting it to rest. We're done with this. We're not going to revisit it anymore. We're going to progress. So if she stays on, it's just that interpretation and that feeling. And maybe I'm just being pessimistic, thinking that Donald Trump gets his way with everything, so why wouldn't he get his way with this too? If he rules on the law, she's fine. If he rules on ethics and appearances and stuff like that, he'll probably have her taken off the case. I can't control it. I don't have an answer for you. Anyways, we'll find out soon enough. We'll find out by the end of the week how this goes. And we'll see who's raising their 3 cups in salutation of the judge. Anyway, thank you for watching this video and supporting my channel. I appreciate it. Thank you for your kind words, likes, shares, comments, everything you do to feed the YouTube algorithm so my videos make it out to a wider audience. To those folks just discovering this channel recently or for the first time, welcome. I hope you found this reading insightful, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.